Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Deontay Wilder tells Anthony Joshua that he has never frozen him out. And this is what he has to say. This is paraphrasing. He said, I never got with Tyson Fury or sat down in any meetings to freeze you out. In fact, that's some lame ass shit. Why would I want to freeze you out when I want to knock you out? Why would I want to freeze you out when I want to hurt you? Don't worry. The fight is coming. Focus on your fight. May the best man win, and I'll knock you out like I promised. But you have unfinished business with Ruiz. So don't worry. Worry about your own fight, and I will fight you afterwards. Those are the words from Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Now, in regards to what Anthony Joshua was saying about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder freezing them out, Anthony Joshua was referring to all the failed attempts, all the things that was attempted to happen between him and Deontay Wilder. They offered this man countless opportunities and offers, and he turned them down. He either turned them down or ignored them, and then all he could do is use the tunnel vision thought or way of thinking or focus on fighting Fury. Fury has no belts. Fury, he fought him to a draw. The next logical thing you could possibly do is fight the guy that everybody wants you to fight, but you want to fight someone else. So I can see why Joshua was saying that. Now, as long with Fury, it's the same. It's the different side of the same coin. Well, if you're busy fighting Fury and Fury's busy fighting you or talking about fighting each other, none of you guys are talking about fighting the unified champ until Joshua gets beat. So, of course, now when Joshua gets beat, he doesn't have the belts no more. The first thing you want to do is unify. So the thing is, why is it such an importance for you to unify now when it wasn't when Joshua had the belts? But now he's saying, I'll offer Tyson Fury some step aside money so I can fight the winner. Well, again, that goes back to, it's hard to believe that he didn't get froze out, or not even froze out. Frozen out is a wrong word to say, but it's the same thing. If you avoid a fight to fight someone else and you tie yourself up with a person that you really don't have any obligations to fight, which is Tyson Fury, he has no obligations to fight Tyson Fury. When the WBC mandated that fight, Tyson Fury told him to take a fine, you know what, okay? So he didn't even care what the WBC had to say. And guess what? There was no consequence or repercussions for Tyson Fury telling the WBC to go where they needed to go, right? He had no problems telling them, I'm not fighting Deontay Wilder, right? And they mandated that. But before that, Tyson Fury was not a mandatory, and he's not a mandatory now. He's not. He's just a guy that Deontay Wilder wants to right his wrongs. So when Joshua gets knocked out, then you didn't know the fight was taking place. You hold all your future negotiations on, put everything on hold to see who is going to fight who. Because he knew that that belt or those belts could become available if Joshua and Ruiz somehow didn't fight. And he said that. He was waiting for them to either finalize their deal or realize that they're not fighting each other. If they're not fighting each other some kind of weird way, Deontay Wilder would have then, instead of fighting Luis Ortiz, that poor bastard, fight Ruiz for the undisputed championships of the world, okay? To unify all the belts, to become undisputed and all that. But when Joshua had it, it's hard for Joshua to believe you didn't freeze him out because you didn't have the same energy before he got knocked out or stopped. Before he lost, he did not have that same energy. So, yeah, I don't see why Deontay said, well, I never froze you out. You know, well, I'm good. I'm glad. I'm glad you saying that now. Because what it is, he figures that Ruiz is going to win, right? He figures he's going to win. And that's why he's trying to go for this. But remember, right before this fight wasn't finalized anyway. So Deontay Wilder was speaking up unification. When Joshua had the belts, what was he saying? It ain't even about the belts. Remember that? It ain't even about the belts no more. But now when Ruiz has the belts, it's all about unification. One champion, one face, one name. Now you're resurrecting these words and these ambitions that you once upon a time said you wanted. But now you're saying you want them once again. So now you've had a change of heart. Okay, so I'm glad Deontay Wilder said this. Because at least if Joshua wins, I want to see that same energy when it comes to fighting Joshua for the undisputed championship of the world. But hopefully by then, I think Deontay Wilder has realized that if he keeps prolonging this fight, somebody else could lose, including himself. Okay? So he might not ever get this opportunity again to fight for undisputed and fight the person that everybody wanted to see. And that's Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. So anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Deontay Wilder's comments. Of course, please subscribe. Stay tuned for this live press conference, which I will be covering live here in about 5 minutes. You guys tell me what you think. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.